children, welcome to our next online class. Our next topic is email, how to send email and how to check email. Email is electronic mail. Email is just shortcut it is given. Full form is electronic mail. Is a method of exchanging messages between people using electronic device. Invented by Ray Tomlinson, email operates across computer networks, which today is primarily the internet. Email messages are sent from the client machine to the mail server, from where it is sent to the destination machine. Means children, when you will send email, you need email ID. And you are also having an email ID. You are a client. Your email ID, you will open your email ID like Gmail, Yahoo, Rediff, Hotmail. There are so many emails you can create. So you need email ID, and where you want to send your message, that person email ID also you want. Like earlier when we are sending a letter, that time we are writing our home address also, and where we are sending that person address also, so the postman can easily find out where the letter should send. So email is also like a letter which you are sending through an electronic with the help of an internet. So you are sending means you are a client. So email address have the form username. Whatever name you want to create, you can create any name, but the mandatory is that at the rate, after that you have to give the host name like gmail.com, yahoo.com, reddit.com. Like this you have to give a host name. Means first you have to give the username without any gap. There is no gap, and email ID is created only in a small letter. There is no capital letters. You can give numbers also, but no capital letter. So username you can create any name, at the rate, then host name you have to give. This is the sequence. So example is given there. Here it is schoolindia@gmail.com, ravi45game@yahoo.com. So like this you can create your email ID. Important terms related to the email. Now email, what things are there? First, that is inbox. Inbox means where you are receiving the mail from other person. So that is inbox. This is the name of the folders, the stores, the email you have received. Like message box, you are checking message box, you are getting numbers of message box, that this much message is there in your message box, so you are clicking and reading the message. Email is also like that if you are getting mail, that all the mails are in inbox only, and you can see the numbers, that how many mails you got according to the date wise it is given. Now send mail. Send mails means you are sending to someone, that all the message stores in sent box. This is the folder which contains the mail which has been sent from your account. Means you are a client, you are sending your mail to other person, so you will write that person email ID and you will send message, so that all the information which you are sending, that stores in a send box. An email message has the following part. Now this is the part. First is to. In the place of to, we know that we have to write other person email ID, means address. That is address. For electronic machine it is email ID. See here, output is given that in the place of to, you will write to whom you are sending a mail. That address you will write. Now CC, carbon copy. Carbon copy means if you want a copy of message, then you can write in the CC box, you will write some address, so that one message you can generate 2 copy, 3 copy, Like this you can create multiple copies. So the CC means carbon copy means address of those recipients who will receive a copy of the message. So you can give a copy of your message. BCC, blind carbon copy, address of the people who also receive a copy of mail. In this also we are receiving a copy of email. The difference is that in the CC and BC, what is the main difference? If you are writing in CC, you can see that mail sends to how many people. You can see the names. But in BCC, there is no visible to other. If I am sending one email to 10%, that person won't know that how many mails I had sent, how many people got this mail. There is a security in BCC, but in CC I can see that how many of these people got this message. I can see the names, I can see the email ID of those person, but in BCC it is not visible. So this is the security in CC and BCC, and this is the difference also. This means that if you wish to send someone a copy of the email without informing the other recipients, you have to use BCC. Now, subject. Subject means a title of your message regarding, like, for if you are giving for some invitation to someone, you will write in subject that so and so function is going on, so you have to reach. You can write the message heading that which type of message you are sending. If you are sending for your friends, so you write about the topic that winter vacation holiday, summer vacation holiday. If you want to tell something, so you can write in this place of subject any message related to your letter. Body of email. Now, main part is body. Whatever the things, text, images, any data, whatever the things you want to send to some another person, you will write inside the body. The email body is the main part of an email message. It contains the messages, text, images, and other data. Other data means attachment. Attachment means if you want to attach some file with your letter. For example, if I am sending, earlier when we are sending a letter, we are putting everything in envelope. If there are 2, 3, 4, how many pages, whatever, we will collect all the pages and pin up, and in envelope we will fold that pages and we put in envelope, and we will close that envelope, and all the documents sends to that person. But that is a postman will send, I will drop in the Dropbox letterbox, and postman will do this. But in electronic mail, how it is possible? I have to send 5 and 6 letters to that person. So at that time I will attach all the letters with my mail, and then I will send to that person. Letters, photos, music, audio, video, whatever, I will attach with this email ID, and I will send all these things that person will receive. So that is the attachment. Here attachment button is that, see, after send A is there, and after that A one more icon is there. You click that icon so that you can attach your files. This attachment will take you to the place where the files are there. You go, click it and open it. That file is attached with this letter. Now, video conferencing. Video conferencing technology enables direct face-to-face communication across network. We know what is video call. We are chatting with our friends. We are talking with our friends. If with family members, so that time we are doing a video call so that we can see face, we can see them and we can talk. So like this way video conferencing is going on. A video conferencing system has two or more parties in different location. It's not compulsory that only one person you can talk with, a one person. You can talk with more than two person, more than one person. Like a conference call we are doing, so we can connect 1, 2, 3 like this, which having the ability to communicate using a combination of video, audio and data. The video conference can be between two people or multiple people, each in a different location. Video conferencing is a tool for teaching and learning also. Has many benefits. First, the following 5 elements are common to all video conferencing endpoint. First is camera. Camera plays a vital role in video conferencing. So the camera captures live images to send across the network. Second, visual display. It displays the images of the people taking part in the video conference. Third, audio system. It includes both microphone and loudspeakers. Third, compression software. Video files are very heavy in data and take a long time to load. Hence, it is necessary to compress and decompress the video and audio data. And the last is fifth, user interface and control system. The control system handles the underlying communication that takes place between endpoints. So these are the 5 points which are common when you are doing a video conference call from one point to another. Now, Google Hangouts is a popular and free website video conferencing tool created by Google. Up to 10 people can hang out at one time in a virtual room. So with the help of Google Hangouts, we can connect how many people? 10. To use Google Hangouts, all the participants of the conference need is to have a Google or Gmail account. Means every person needs a Gmail account or Google. So like this way conference, with this picture it is showing that how can you do conference call with Google Hangouts. Now, e-learning. E-learning is the process of getting an education online or learning online, like we are doing right now, that we are teaching you online and you are learning online. So e-learning students, schools, distance education organization help learners complete education and training objectives with more easy and flexibility that they can with traditional classroom based learning. E-learning course can use a variety of techniques including audio and video recording, presentation, quizzes, surveys, games, decision groups and more. E-learning course can be published online through a learning management system, and LMS means learning management system, allows for course creators to streamline an e-learning content into an easy to access location. Learners now have access to an abundance of information and e-learning opportunities. User can participate in e-learning courses from desktop computer, mobile phones and tablets. This flexibility means that user can learn any time of the day whenever it most convenient for them. This is an e-learning. Now next is e-commerce. E-commerce is the exchange of goods and services enabled through an electronic method. It includes buying and selling of goods and services like selling of airline and railway tickets, paying fees, bills and taxes. Online shopping has become very popular because it is convenient, fast and easy. Bank transaction done online are most an important part of e-commerce. Some popular e-commerce sites are ebay.com, jabong.com, bookmyshow.com, makemytrip.com, flipkart.com and Amazon etc. So these are all e-commerce. You can do buying and selling online. You can book your ticket. You can purchase anything. You can pay bills. So nowadays people are using mostly e-commerce for money transaction, for paying a bill, for recharging a mobile, or some doing shopping we are doing online. So we are very interacted with e-commerce nowadays. So e-commerce is very important for exchanging goods and services through electronically. Everything is doing by an internet. No need to go anywhere. You can do within your home itself everything. So thank you children. Rest we will see in next class.